Watch your profanity.
What? Okay!
Okay, my turn.
What's up, selectors? We got a brand new selector already in here. Huge shout out to the Great Eastern Train fan, who we're probably going to just shorten his name to Eastern. That'll probably be easier for me to say. But shout out to the Great Eastern Train fan. Shout out to one of our original OGs, man. Put a woo in the chat for my main Wrestling God streams. We're gonna have a good time tonight, man. Usually today is Fighting Game Friday, but Jason Momoa was saying some stuff today that we need to talk about. And let's talk about some DC, EU, James Gunn stuff. We're gonna do a Twitter down, if you will, a tweet down. We're gonna be talking all about DC tonight. Of course, we'll be talking about Marvel because that's what always ends up happening anyway, right? But nevertheless, we will be talking about what Jason Momoa has said about being Aquaman and others. So we'll definitely be doing that today.
What?
It's going to be fun, man. I'm excited. If you're new, I need you to like, sub, and subscribe. We're on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Apple, and Spotify podcasts. This channel is all about having a community where people can come and feel safe. We have one major rule, and that is
Watch your profanity.
but more than likely, we're just getting together, hanging out, talking about movies, video games, and ultimately,
choose your destiny.
choosing your destiny. So that's what we're all about. If you're new to the channel, appreciate Eastern for coming through, checking us out as well. Again, check us out, linktr.ee/select screen. We'll probably be on Twitch. We didn't hit Twitch this week because we had a lot of reaction videos, so we'll probably hit Twitch next week. Also got the Cash App on the other side if you want to help support there or grab some merch. So definitely do that as well. All right. So with that being said, I'm ready. You're ready. Let's go. Bam. All right. Let's just jump right into the comments before we even get started here, man. I love it. My man Wrestling says, I've been so busy taking my mental health into consideration as well, but good to see you. Hey, you know what, man? I had a serious conversation with myself today. And I'll be honest with you guys about, do I want to stream anymore? Because I'll just be frank with you, the numbers aren't there necessarily, and it's been wearing on me a little bit. So taking your mental health into consideration is always a good thing, Wrestling. I know I had to do it. But the big thing for me was I don't do this for numbers. You know what I mean? Like I said earlier, I do this for you guys, man, to be able to lead and share with you guys on how to choose your destiny.
What did he say?
Let me rephrase that better. I do this because I love the community and I want you to choose your destiny. So that's what it's ultimately about. And so I had to be reminded of that today. So let's jump in and let's talk about what's going on with DC. Before we play this, if you don't know, you should know. But if you don't know, DC is looking at rebooting again. Yes, again. Kind of. James Gunn has taken over, which surprisingly DC fans are upset about. There's a good majority. I would say 25% of DC fans, from what I've seen, are upset that James Gunn, who honestly has made some of the best Marvel movies and some of the best DC films in the past 10 to 20 years, they're somehow upset about this.
Bruh.
This is the thing. Everyone's really upset. Why? Because ultimately, James Gunn is rebooting the majority of the DCEU. Now, I've had the privilege of watching what Jason Momoa is going to say here. Not everyone's getting rebooted. I almost said Pacemaker. Peacemaker, I don't think is getting rebooted. Peacemaker is one of the greatest DC things they've done since The Dark Knight. Peacemaker's amazing. The Suicide Squad, amazing. Guess who directed both those things? James Gunn.
What?
James Gunn.
What did he say?
James Gunn, who is just killing it. And Guardians of the Galaxy looks amazing too.
Flawless victory.
So I'm excited for the DCEU. There's been so many problems with it. And so let's get into this. Let's see what Jason has to say, because there's been rumors that they're going to restart. He's not going to be Aquaman anymore, and he's going to be Lobo, which I thought he was a perfect cast for Aquaman. He's a perfect cast for Lobo too. Let's see. Wrestling says you got to keep streaming. You've built a great community. Yes, bro, and that's what it's about. And it got a B in his last unit. That's good, man. All right. Let's get an A next time. Keep pushing. Select Great Eastern Train fan is my best friend Aaron. He'll be joining us for the Rumble watch party. Oh, cool. Eastern, I've heard a lot about you already. From the Rumble watch party, we're both looking forward to it. Good to hear, man. I'm excited for the Rumble, man. It's going to be really good, as long as Vince doesn't ruin it. All right, let's jump into this. What did Jason actually say? There is a swear word in this. Again, we try to keep it clean. But here you go.
Your saffron like.
It's very, very wonderful. I'm in the house of Warner Brothers, and they like a lot of stuff I'm doing, and we got a lot of good things coming.
So that right there already is
Perfect.
Jason's not going anywhere. He's got a lot of things going. Obviously, we have Aquaman coming out. I think what's ultimately going to happen here is the Flash is going to reboot some of the universe, but not all of it. Let's keep going.
11 more months until we get
Another
movie.
We'll have Aquaman, and the fact that we all need to get it together and save our home. So it's fun. It's gonna be coming out in this December, and then I'll always be Aquaman.
There it is, right there, confirmed from Jason. Now, that being said, Gal Gadot said the same thing. Henry Cavill kind of said the same thing. And The Rock has said the same thing.
What?
The rumors aren't right. I'll always be Aquaman. Ain't anyone coming in there and taking shit. And then there might be some other characters too. So
Now, that's what's interesting to me. There might be some other characters, not just character, but
Hadouken!
characters. So what if they kind of go the way that, and you knew this was coming, what if they go the way of Marvel?
What?
What if multiple actors are playing multiple characters instead of multiple characters being played by multiple actors? And this is what DC's been doing for a long time, right? We got 13 people playing Batman. You know, we got 2 people playing Joker. Well, 3 people playing Joker. What if they flipped it? What if he plays Aquaman and he plays Lobo? There's just so many things that they can do with this reboot. And I think we've got to give James Gunn a shot.
Oh, yeah!
Why? Because I'll tell you right now, DC has been in trouble for a long time. I really think since Batman versus Superman, Batman v Superman, and Wonder Woman. DC has been like this the whole time, right? And so it's important that we get some kind of stability. Let's see if he says anything else.
Oh.
So we can play. I can play other things too. I can be funny and savage and charming.
God and Peter's.
I love it. I love it. I think he can. I really think he can. Wrestling says it's an exciting time over here in the UK. It is the soccer football transfer window. Oh, that's where players can get traded and whatnot, right? I'm going to hashtag United tomorrow. That's dope. Is Eastern going with you? Yeah. So let's talk about what we're doing with James Gunn here, right? We've got. Let's head over to Twitter and let's just see what Mr. James Gunn has been saying. I don't like this song. This is why I need Twitter to stay around. You know what I'm saying? So there's been rumors that somehow The Rock is the cause of all this. The reality is, man, The Rock has kind of been the stopgap. You know what I'm saying? He's been the stopgap. Black Adam was really just, it was a movie that, hey, if we can make this thing still work, we will. Now, James Gunn is in full Guardians of the Galaxy mode, while also starting stuff for the DCEU. So obviously we're seeing a lot of stuff. 1 year anniversary. Here's artwork from James Gunn's Peacemaker. If you know, you know, right? There's the cast right there. Now there was this rumor going around that since Henry Cavill is not going to be Superman, that Jacob Elordi was going to play him, and James came right out and said no. Right here, my thoughts are no one has been cast as Superman yet. Casting, as is almost always the case with me, will happen after the script is finished or close to finish, and it isn't. We'll announce a few things in not too long, but the casting of Superman won't be one of them. Again, I love that he's coming out and just smashing this stuff and getting it out of the way.
Perfect.
Have I seen the new Avatar? I have not seen the new Avatar yet, wrestling. I was kind of boycotting it because a couple of my native friends or indigenous friends have asked me not to. I've since talked with them a little bit, and I'm going to see it. What's funny is it took me a long time to see the first one, too. I'm not a huge fan, as RL, if he ever comes back to the channel. But I'm not a huge fan of the Avatar movies in the first place. I feel like the first one, at least, was a lot like Pocahontas, and I just didn't like it. I thought it was okay at best, but there was a lot of problems with it. Wrestling said, did you hear about Money in the Bank going to O2? To the O2, my dream of going to WWE event might finally come. Train, me, and Aaron are going to go and try and get tickets. That'd be dope, man. Let me know if you do that. The new Avatar is hands down the greatest film I've ever seen. Now, that's the thing. Everyone's telling me, like they told me with the first Avatar, that this movie is really great. I want to see it. I want to see it now. The thing about it is, when do I have 3 hours to go see it? The last time I had 3 hours, I had the option to go see Avatar or the option to go see Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. Guess which one I picked. So I'll catch Avatar. But man, it's probably too late even for a review. But I've heard a lot of good things, and I've seen the first one, so it's definitely worth, at least worth checking out very soon. Some other rumors with DC. What's really funny is he killed his. James Gunn married one of the girls from from Peacemaker, and he killed her off in it. And I'm like, dang it. Like, come on, man. You should have kept her in it. And here she is here. Spoilers if you haven't seen it, but she's really great. She's really good in the movie. But yeah, that's updated news for DC as well. There's also rumors, I believe, over on IGN. They had this up, but pretty much James Gunn's already talking about bringing over some of the Guardians of the Galaxy actors into the DC EU. So, and who knows if it's going to even be called DC EU anymore. Who knows? It might be called the Superman universe. You know what I'm saying? They all deserve to live. Gorilla Grodd, bro. Oh, Gorilla Grodd. Lots of hints here, right? Lots of hints. I'm trying to stay away from the Marvel stuff. The hype for James Gunn's DCU is huge. Over 300K likes from fans in the most recent post. I appreciate it. We're excited to be shepherding the great films made before we arrived and working hard to create an extraordinary, wondrous, and unique DCU beyond that. So I think he's just calling it the DCU. And again, that pretty much confirms Blue Beetle staying around, which is pretty cool. And he's making plans with Kingdom Come. That's pretty sweet. Wrestling said, one day I've got to get you to react to a hashtag United game on stream. They're only 22 minutes long. They're split into highlights. Interesting. We're starting to focus the channel a little bit. I'm kind of breaking it down, man. As much as I like sports and I like to try and talk about sports on the channel, it hasn't been very popular with most of the channel viewers. So that's what we're trying to kind of tailor to. Oh, here's that Kingdom Come picture. I've heard a lot of, from our viewers, they want to see superhero stuff. They want more reactions. But let me know, wrestling. Again, if we want to do more sports stuff, let me know. Definitely have have your voice heard in our Discord. You know what I mean? Have Eastern Train, join the Discord and talk it up, man. That's how we're generating more buzz and people talking about stuff. You know what I mean? So that's all I really had for you selectors tonight. It was very short, very sweet. I wanted to do something earlier because I have not talked to Wrestling God Streams in so long. But be on the lookout. We are definitely doing SummerSlam. We're going to be doing a live reaction to everything. I keep wanting to call it SummerSlam because I want Summer to be here so bad. But for the Royal Rumble. Been watching some AEW too, man. AEW is pretty sweet. Pretty sweet. Check out our Destiny highlights on that as well. And man, I appreciate each and every one of you selectors for joining us tonight. Are you excited for the DCU? Are you excited for James Gunn to really take control and kind of steer the ship? Are you still a Zack Snyder fan? I want to know in the comments. Let me know, all right? Appreciate wrestling. Welcome Eastern for joining us. 2 things for me, guys. Make sure to like, sub, and subscribe. We're on Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Apple, and Spotify podcast. And remember to choose your destiny. My name's Select Screen, and I'm out.